about each other. My name is Bama Shivkumar, and I'm working as a freelance trainer and also consultant to a few companies. And my niche workshops that we are having are majorly POSH leadership interventions and also strategic and critical thinking kind of workshops. Along with that, all kinds of behavioral interventions, which is possible. And I'm still learning. And this is one of my favorite topic of learning, in the sense that it is more about stress management or about approaches to problem solving, which I am trying out with all of you today. So okay, yeah, I think that's about me. If you have any questions, please drop in and we can get to know each other a little bit more as well. Can I launch the program? Are we all set?
Yeah, we are all set. You can start off.
Okay, is this visible to everybody?
It is. Yes, it is.
If you can just confirm me, that should be okay.
Yes.
All right, great. Thank you so much. So we are going to be talking about inner circle and outer circle, and these animations that are there in the front are also a little bit about what we have seen. One is like we do get into a lot of stressful situations or problem situations, and then only then we are tested. So we come out with a lot of brainstorming, and then finally arrive at some of the other idea which gets us out of those situations. So that's the start. And what are we going to cover today will be primarily about chaotic outside, looking at the chaos which is outside due to COVID, and the calm inside which we are experiencing, and how we are dealing with it is what we are going to be talking about. Inner circle and outer circle, and how do we deal with it are also a few steps in sense, 4 A's. And the last one, in fact, that is going to be the first and setup which I'm going to start off with, is the self-assessment. But why have I put it at the last is because I'm going to be talking about the scores at the end of it. So that's how the program today we are going to be covering. And I think it's going to be a monologue for now. So if you have any questions, please drop in as a chat, and then I think maybe we can take it ahead. Okay, so I had requested before that please carry a pen and a paper, and if you have one, please write down just one line about what is your current stress, whether it is personal, professional, not just immediate or let's say only about COVID, but in general, just write down that one particular stressor that you're going through in the last 1 month. I'm just pausing for a while to write it down. Okay, I'm hoping that you've all written it down. So I'm just moving on to the next segment. So this is a self-assessment that I'm going to be showing. So let me just give you a little bit of introduction about what we are doing. This is a psychometric test, which talks about what is our approach towards stress or problems that we face and how do we tackle it. And we are looking at certain outcome at the end of it. Like I said, that I'm going to be sharing the scores at the end. So there are 20 questions which are going to be there. I'd like you to just look at the serial number, not think too much about or manipulate the answers, just put a true or a false against. So for example, serial number 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 20, you can just write it down and put a true or a false according to what you think would be your response, in fact reaction, because I don't want any response would be too manipulated. And once we are done with that, we can put it aside and I'll go through the structure. So please don't leave any of those options as blank. There are 20, so either there is a true as an answer or a false as an answer. There are no maybe options either. And if to get more accurate response to this assessment, it would be fair that you look at these questions. But Again, don't think too much before answering them. Just have a look at it the moment you read your sentence. Just answer it true or false. Anyone, any questions on this assessment? Okay, I'm just showing you the screen. 10 questions on the first screen, 10 more on the next one. I think by now you should have completed the 10 questions. I'm giving another margin of just about a minute. Okay, moving on to the next slide. Anyone who has left out, we can come back to this slide again later.
Just a second.
So you want me to hold? Okay. Can I move?
Yeah, you can
Yes.
move on.
Okay, thank you. So another 2 minutes for this one. I think that should be enough.
Question 12 is a little tricky. If you say, yes, it's not important for me to vote. No, it's not important for me to vote.
Yeah, it is tricky and it is supposed to be tricky. So the reason I told you, don't think too much about it. Just whatever is your interpretation, just answer them true or false. That's it.
Yeah, just done that and after it will be.
Questions. I'm not able to see the questions.
Is everyone able to see the questions?
No, I'm not able to see.
I can see it.
Who is not able to see?
Ramana.
Just need to refresh the screen. Refresh the screen.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Where it is?
It's,
Got that, Ramana?
but you can only see the screen, Ramana. Maybe your connectivity is an issue or something. Maybe that's why you're not able to see. Why don't you just
No.
check?
I can see
Just
everything.
swipe left. Try and swipe left.
Swipe left, huh? Oh, yeah,
You're
got
able
it.
to see
Yeah,
yourself.
got it. Yeah, got it. Can you show me the first 10 questions?
Okay. So I'll just show that for about 2 minutes, Ramana, right now. All right?
Yeah, fine, yeah.
Yeah. Are you able to see that?
Yeah.
Now everyone will start refreshing their answers, okay?
Don't do that.
You already gave an option to everybody.
But that's okay. That's all right. Ramana, we are waiting for you. Once you're done, I'm moving on.
Just give me 1 minute.
Sure.
Just give an indication once you're done, Ramana.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Thank you.
Let's take screenshots of everybody so that we'll know who has changed the answers.
Go ahead.
All right. Thank you, Ramana. Yeah, the next one. I think 1 minute now on this one is enough.
I think we can move on.
Yeah, I think, yeah, so let us just park all of these answers and put it away for a while. And let me take you through the concepts that I just wanted to share. So as for my stressor today, what I took was obviously the reason that we are all having these sessions is because of COVID-19. So what are my apprehension, or what is the general apprehension that we are looking at when we realize that what kind of virus this came? The first thought in my mind was that, how did this even happen? So this, I'm actually relating back the stresses that you had written in the beginning. I'm just reflecting on the reasons and what are the thought process that we have while we are looking at those stresses. One is, why did this happen is one of the questions that comes across. And then, oh my God, all my workshops are getting cancelled. How am I going to manage my next income? How am I going to manage my next even workshops again? And how am I going to reshuffle? And then later on, when it started sinking in, I just realized that since it is attacking all the senior citizens, how are my parents going to cope? How are my in-laws going to cope? Because they're all above 75, and that's one of the scare that came. And then at a larger perspective, I started looking at there are going to be economic slowdown throughout the world. How are we going to come back? And as an L&D professional, we all somewhere at the bottom of the heart, we know that ours is a very superfluous uh, expense that any budget in any organization is cut out. Or so the first one to go out would be the L&D investment. So how are we going to really tackle that? So that was one apprehension. Then we just started I just started looking at, politicians are not doing enough, and they could probably be more proactive, or have done this, they should have done that, they should have done this. And then, blaming China being the culprit, and this is not a regular phenomenon, it's probably a biowar and all that. That is, a lot of inputs which is coming through the social media, which is actually jamming, and we really do not know what is right and what is wrong at this point. So it's a lot of confusion that is there and a chaos. Then what if I do not get the emergency medicine? So it's almost 10 days which we are in the current lockdown. So what happens if there are no medicine supplies available in the medical shop? And how about essential commodities? Somewhere it will be drying out because of the transportation issues at the larger perspective. How are we going to look at the worst case scenario is, what if I get infected? How am I going to do? Now I'm actually thinking back to what Indira's reflection was there, and the scare. It's all very, very real. And I just feel that even despite all these lockdowns and everything, how are people so uneducated that they are still not maintaining social distancing, and they are out on the road to do some or the other work. So these are a few points. Now, so everybody will have a lot of these apprehensions while we are facing our stressor. Now, that there are only two possibilities out of all these which are charted out here. Either I can do something about it, or I really cannot do anything about it. So there are only two outcomes. I really cannot fathom anything which is beyond these two. So it's every single topic which we have said. Why did this happen? Can I really do something about it? Or I can't do anything about it. It just happened. So those are the two possibilities, which I'm going to break into the inner circle now, what we are looking at. So I can change whatever the scenario that I'm looking at, that will come into your inner circle. And then the next one is going to be, I cannot do anything about it. So even a simpler example is that rain. So if a rain, if it starts to rain, can I really do something about it? Can I stop the rain? No. But can I actually carry an umbrella with me or a raincoat with me or not? Stay at home? That I can. So I hope this concept is more clear right now. So what all are the possibilities which I can change, and what are the areas which I cannot change? So when in terms of the COVID-19, what we are looking at it, one is that I can change my behavior towards it. One is, investing in personal hygiene, staying social distancing, my behavior in general towards people around me, in educating or creating the awareness. That is something that I can really do about it. Others' behavior, I'm not sure whether I have the power to change their behavior or their outlook. So I'm not going to waste my time doing that. The second is my own attitude on how to look at the perspective, looking at it in a very positive manner, that, okay, I got a lot of time to take care of staying at home, because personally, my daughter hasn't seen me for a while at home. So I'm getting to spend a lot of time, which is sometimes also a bit risky, but I'm taking it in a positive way. And how am I going to manage in terms of my finances, my health, my house, and also a bit in terms of social responsibilities? How am I going to manage all of that? Then the efforts, the hard work that I'm going to put in investing in myself, taking care of my learning curve, and maybe these kind of sessions which we are actually getting more productive. I'm looking forward to these sessions which are happening every evening. So these are my efforts to upskill myself, and also self motivation that this too shall pass, and we will definitely come across much more richer in terms of the pause that we could afford, and overall approach. So these are the areas that I can actually work on, and that will come under things that I can change. What are the things that I cannot change? The political scenario is definitely not in my control. I should have probably, gone back to the voting, and still it is not in my control that I can vote. But can I really make sure that the person that I am voting becomes the prime minister or the leader of the country? Not too sure. So should I really worry about it and focus my energy there? Maybe not. So that is where we are looking at the outer circle, is things which I possibly cannot change, but how am I going to bring it into my control? So can I manage this a little bit much better, bringing the ones that are also into the cannot change circle, and then move it to the can change? Can I really do something about it? Yes, I have created a bit of awareness sessions around the colony that I am living in. The security people that are standing on the entire day, they are standing waiting for people and taking care of the security of the community. I'm trying to help them in terms of giving them a bit of cold drinks or food supplies, so that they are not really affected in their immunity. That I can do, but can I really change their job role? I probably cannot do that. So is this an opportunity for me to learn something? Yes. A few days in the beginning was a little bit distressed, because I just felt that I'm losing out on a lot of opportunities which can possibly be there in the coming months. But then I felt that is not in my control anymore, and I cannot do anything about it. But am I going to do something about it? Yes, this is my learning opportunity. The webinars that are happening across the globe are one of my very big opportunity, that I'm blessed that I have a good internet connection. I have the time at my hand, and I can really make this into a positive way for myself. And what are the positive outcomes? I think we are also looking at a lot of messages wherein we see that the traffic has come down a little bit, pollution has gone away much. People are, being a little bit more sensitive in terms of the distances. The personal proximities are really, and one of the most important is that rapes are not really happening. It has come down drastically. So that is something that is positive. can I now going forward do something more differently to make sure that this change that we have come across can become more positive, and we can sustain this small changes that we have come, because I really thought that we cannot survive these kind of lockdowns, whereas it's been 10 days and we are really surviving and thriving. So from henceforth, what can I do differently? And have I given my 100% in everything that I'm doing? Yeah, that's something that I can absolutely control. So if you look at the inner circle and outer circle, we are probably transitioning from what cannot be changed and not worrying too much about what cannot be changed, and making it in a more positive shift. So we have seen Ridula talking about the abundance mindset, and yesterday we saw Sunita also talking about how I can really not change people's behavior around me, but I can change my outlook towards it. And that is something that I'm going to reinforce with this inner and outer circle concept. Now, there are other few things that we just to think about. And I think when we share this PPT, you can have a look at it. My words, my actions, my ideas are absolutely in my control. Other people's reactions, actions, words are not in my control, and other people's behavior again is not in my control. So I really should not be focusing or channelizing my energy there. Rather, I would focus more inwards, and then make sure that how am I going to do it inward is what we are looking at in the 4A concepts. One is, if it is possible, I'm going to be avoiding all kinds of negativity that is around me. I have the option of delete button wherein I have unnecessary extra negative information I can completely avoid, which is causing a lot of stress to me. So that's one way to look at it. Second is, if I can totally not avoid, because I thought that some way or the other we would not be in the lockdown, and I was not ready to accept it. I thought that we can avoid it, but then gradually I have altered my level of patience and tried to alter the situations according to what is best for us. So webinars are one of the examples. I'm keeping myself occupied on these. Adapt, yes, we have all adapted to what we are looking at. Life has slowed down like big time, but we have adapted to it, and we have also accepted the fact that it's going to be there for the next 15 days more. And how are we going to channelize it is something we are looking at. So these 4 A's are also applicable for the stresses that you have written down for yourself, and see whether it can be applied. So that's where we are looking at. Now, I'm sure you are all eager to look at your assessment scores. So just a quick question. Can I just open this one for everyone? Or locus. So what does the word locus mean to you all? Anyone can answer?
Does it mean a central point?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So the center point, as in this, you can see the inner circle and outer circle that I have drawn, and I've seen, you see the center point of locus that is there. So it is in the inner circle. So that means that whatever my way of looking at things is within me, and I can control it. So when I say internal locus of control, that means what are the things that I can actually be responsible and control will come under internal locus of control. And also my behavior, my reaction, and my response to situations also comes under the locus of control. So when you look at somebody who is internal locus of control, they'd probably be the ones who will take responsibility, ownership, accountability, and say that, okay, this is my thing and let me go ahead and do it. The people with external locus of control would be the people who would be focusing more on in terms of blaming. This happened because of XYZ. Or let me take a very, very simple example. We do find a glass of water on the on the floor, and you're just walking past and you trip it. What's the first words that come out of your mouth? Okay. Do I have any responses?
I usually say,
shucks.
Okay. And
I
then
said,
what do you
"Oh my
say beyond that?
Oh, why did I not see it?"
Wow. Okay. And anyone else? How many of you would go with like who puts water bottles on the floor?
I was,
After the
I
array,
would-
that is what will follow.
Another thing
Yeah.
we tend to say is that the glass or the bottle fell down.
Yeah, right. We do that, right?
Or
So,
we can say, now all I need is a pocha cloth. The water is already there on the floor.
wow, that's great. Okay. So
Last 10
wonderful.
days, last 10 days experience.
Last 10 days. Oh, yeah, the maids also not being there. Yeah, good one. The gyms being closed, I think this is one of the best workout that that is happening. So great. So these are the reactions that we see. So when the reaction which comes in, like who puts a glass of water in the middle of the floor, is where external locus would happen. And the people who just mentioned that, maybe I should have seen it or I should have been a bit more careful, is an internal locus of control. Having said that, I am not categorizing or boxing people into internal or external locus of control. Let me give a very, very clear disclaimer before we talk about the scores that are there. Is that we as human beings, we tend to fluctuate from internal locus to external locus and external to internal, depending upon the situations, depending upon your mood, depending upon the people whom you are talking to or having the communication with. So the same person who is absolutely internal locus of control in the office scenario can be absolutely external locus of control once they hit their home. So it's very, very natural and it's very fluctuating. But what we are going to look at with this self-assessment is what is your primary response in terms of stressing elements or that comes across. Another quick disclaimer is that the scores that you would be getting are not going to be permanent. Let's presume that you're in a if you've won a lottery and you're taking the assessment, your scores are going to be completely different. And if you have just had a failure and then you're taking this assessment, then your scores are going to be completely different. Hopefully, we are in a neutral position as of now, and this is as close to your personal reaction. So, without wasting any more time, let me just start scoring on this one. What I would be reading out is serial number 1, and I'll just tell you if you have true in your mark, then you will be giving yourself certain points, and these points are variable. Please don't presume that all trues get 5 and all false get 0. It's very variable. So let's just listen to it attentively and then keep on scoring. And those who have also not scored the initial screen assessments, please take down the scores. When we share the PPT, you will have those answers and you can always look back at it. Are we ready to score?
Yes, Mama, please go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So serial number 1, if you have true, your score is 5, false 0. Serial number 2, true would get a 5, false would get a 0. Are you all able to follow this?
Yes.
Yes,
So
Mama.
serial number 3, true would get a 0, false 5. Serial number 4, true 5, false 0. 5, fifth serial number, true 0, false 5. 6, true 0, false 5. 7, true 5, false 0. 8, true 5, false 0. 9, true 0, false 5. 10, true 0, false 5. 11, true 5, false 0. 12, true 0, false 5. 13, true 0, false 5. 14, true 5, false 0. 15, true 5, false 0. 16, true 0, false 5. 17, true 5, false 0. 18, true 5, false 0, 19, true 0, false 5, and 20, true 0, false 5. So have you all got that?
Can you just repeat it for
Yes.
5 and 6, please?
Okay. Serial number 5, true is 0, false is 5.
Okay.
And
And
serial number 6, true again 0, false 5.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. So now total all the 5 and the total scores that you have.
Bama,
Yeah.
can you repeat the answer for 17?
17 would be true 5, false 0.
Okay, thank you.
Well, okay, so
Bama, I've just set up
having a
another
score.
meeting for the Q&A part of it. I've just shared it in the chat.
All right, great.
We're
Thank
coming
you
to
so
an
much.
end of time. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I just saw that there are 5 minutes left. So I
Yeah.
was just, okay, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so the total score that you have, whatever you have, can I just listen to the scores, please?
I've got a 60, Bama. I'm Suma.
Okay, all right. And anyone else?
She has 75.
Okay.
80 Bama. Sunita here.
Oh, great. And more?
5.
I have a 65 too.
One.
Who's that?
Indira here.
Yeah.
I've got 75. Lekha here.
Wonderful, Lekha. Okay, so let me just interpret the scores for you before we start. How do you feel like? What is it that you're thinking, that the higher the score, the better, or the lower the score, the better? What do you feel?
I think nothing is better. Again, like you said, it must be situational.
Definitely. But then what is still, we are all like hankering after better scores and higher scores, right?
I'm just thinking my score is really good, which is a 60.
Great. Wonderful. Okay. All right. So without really going ahead with this one, I'm just giving you a quick overview about the interaction. Like I said, that people with who have scored 0 to 35 are people with external locus of control. Again, though I'm using the word people, that does not mean that you would be external locus of control all the time. And reinforcing the fact that external locus of control means that you are more tending to blame the society, the people around you, and the things or the situation and everything for the actions that you could have been somewhere responsible, or you could have done something to change for yourself. So external locus of control, and I'm hoping and I know for sure that we would not be having anyone with that score in this at least platform. The next we're moving is 40 to 50. This is something which is a dicey one, where this is actually good for the person who is in this score zone of 40 to 50, where you are both internal and external, where you know where you want to take control and responsibility, and you also know where you want to just let go and be chilled out and cool. And so that's again a very nice zone to be. The next one is 55 to 75 is considered as an ideal one, wherein you are taking ownership and responsibility. Anyone beyond 80, anyone beyond 75 here?
Yeah, I had 80 Bama.
Yeah, Sarita, okay. All right. So people with 80.
I think Malini had 90,
85.
but she was just
85.
very modest enough to say 85.
85 was my score. Who was that, by the way?
Wow,
Who was
okay.
that?
All right.
Was that
Who was that with 90?
No, was it Dazzle or Tilmal who said that?
I think that was Dazzle.
Dazzle. I'll have a
All right.
word with you the next.
So let me just 80 to 100. I think we will be moving on to the next meeting so that we can continue with this. Can we? Because I think
Sure.
there's
Thanks.
hardly a minute
Number
left.
10 was a dicey question, okay? Like
I know
Basil
that.
said.
we could have a random score because of just that one question.
Exactly.
Yeah. So see you on the other side, the next meeting. Thank you, everybody.